nimkaribishe dadangu Honorable Winnie Odinga. Karibu Winnie.
Hey. To fellow mourners and all protocols observed, I don't know who I'll miss more, my dad or my superhero. I've been the luckiest girl in the world because you are my dad. Only 3 other human beings were as lucky as me: Fidel, Rosie, and Junior. Dad, you are light, steady, unyielding, and deeply human. To the world, you are known by many names. When you were growing up, they used to call you Aluo. And then when you started work, they started calling you Jaramogi's son. And at some point, they started to call you Tinga. At another point, they started to call you Aguambo. Briefly there, they called you Nyundo. They called you Jacob. They called you Baba Fidel. But in the end, they called you Baba. To me, you were simply Dad. A man whose presence froze rooms around the world. Our home was the Vitenda Wheelie testing ground, filled with trivia, quizzes that challenged the 4 of us, in a good way, sometimes. When I learned that you willed to be buried in 72 hours, I laughed. Good old Dad, testing and planning for all of us, even beyond the grave. I can see you now laughing in your heaving manner. I can see you laughing at all of us, knowing that your wish will be done. To my fellow mourners, I learned from him that love for country is not just in words, but in sacrifice. That justice must be pursued even when the path is lonely. The true leadership is service and not power. Millions of you are in despair, but take heart, because he left a plan for you too. He led all of us, he taught us, he carried us. We know what he expects from us, and we shall rise together in his honor. I watched him at his best. I watched him fall and rise again, each time with grace, forgiveness, and hope. At home, he was gentle and humorous. He loved storytelling, music. I think you know the favorite song. Down the bay on the mountain top, where the sun shines on a mountain up. I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached India, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my world is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Bondo town. Dad loved his grandchildren. Safi, Fidel's son Alai, Junior's son Lion, Sanai, and Jaramogi. He loved you with all his heart. Even in the busiest moments of national duty, he would send me to check on all of you. I now know it was to remind us to stay grounded, for me to teach you how to dream boldly and to always stand firm for what is right. Today, as we celebrate his life, I choose to remember not only the leader the world knew, but the father I loved with every fiber of my being. The biggest part of me died on the 15th of October, 2025. But the spirit of the lion roars on forever. Fellow mourners, I was with him in India when he took his last breath. He died in my arms. But he did not die like people have been saying on social media. Every day, he was waking up and walking. And every day, he would do 1 round. The next day, he would push 2 rounds. That morning, he pushed to 5 rounds. He died strong, but with dignity and with pride. And you must be proud of that. You all must also walk with your heads held high and walk strong and proud that he left as a gentleman. As a family, we want to thank all of you, from Turkana to Lamu, from Isiolo and Mandera to the shores of Lake Victoria. Asanteni sana. The king is dead, but long live the crown. Joey! 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 Rest in peace, Dad. Asante.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, and our First Lady Mama Rachel, and all protocols observed. I have a very heavy heart to say farewell to my dear brother. Raila was more than a brother to me. He was my friend, he was my age mate, he was my advisor, and he was my confidant, and he was everything, including business partnership. We grew up together more or less as twins, because the difference between me and my brother is only 1 year and 2 months. And unfortunately, my brother passed on my birthday, which is 15th October 1943. When we were growing together with my brother, we were in Bondo in Sakwa, though we were born in Maseno. But during that time, we were only 3 boys, and our mother was a disciplinarian more than our father. But my brother Raila knew how to cook. Our mother told us that you, my boys, you are also my girls. You must learn to fetch firewood, you must learn to cook, you must learn to prepare everything, including washing clothes and ironing and so on. Raila was best at all those things. The other thing Raila was best at was in class. Me, I was average. I could be number 5, number 4, number 3 sometimes if I did well. But Raila was always number 1. He was always number 1 in class. And I also want to tell you that Raila was a sportsman. He was a sportsman. He used to do what we were calling triple jump. He used to play football, and he used to do pole vault. But I was better than him in jumping and in pole vault. I want to tell you that my brother loved justice from the beginning. He loved to hear news. And one day he was late in school, and when the teacher asked him what he was doing, he said he was still listening to the radio. He wanted to hear news. And he was only at standard 3, standard 4. So Raila was a no-nonsense man. He entertained no mediocrity. Raila did not want mediocrity. If you came across him with lies or something mediocre, his left hand was very fast. He could give you something to teach you a lesson that you must always be truthful. He protected me and my brother, the later Gola, because he was more brave in confronting anybody who attacked us. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you the story of Raila the whole day, but that is not my intention today. My intention is to tell you that even though my brother was almost the same age as me, but younger than me, I can tell you that I respected him as my leader in the political arena. And I want to thank my party, ODM, for making me the acting party leader of ODM, the oldest and the largest party in East and Central Africa. I will take that mantle with vigor, and I must assure you, my colleagues, that I will not disappoint. even though the shoes of Raila are too big to be filled. But I just want to try my best. I want to try my best. But now I would like to inform you that I'm also with my wife. My wives, I am a general. I have two of them. If I don't introduce them to you, they might feel jealous and refuse to give me food. Yes, my elder wife, Dr. Ann Ayo Oburu, is here. And come. This is the lady who took me